I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and in this video we're going to talk about my picks for the top catback exhaust systems fitting your 1997 to 2006 TJ. Now that being said, Jeep did change up the exhaust systems a little bit in the 1999 to 2000 year range, so when you're picking an exhaust, do make sure that you get the right one for your Jeep. Again, these are just my picks. There are a lot of different options out there. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can check out detailed videos on all the exhaust systems that we offer, as well as more comparison videos like this one. So there are going to be a couple of different reasons you want to install any sort of exhaust system on your Jeep, specifically a catback system. And those are going to be either your factory system has rotted or rusted away on you, maybe you've crushed it or collapsed it on the trail, or finally you're just looking for a little bit more sound out of your exhaust system. Now technically, when you help the engine breathe in or out a little bit easier, you are going to pick up a little bit of power, but these systems aren't really going to provide a huge increase in torque or in horsepower, especially in the area of the RPM band where we spend most of our time. So again, these are going to be replacements for your factory system and ones that are going to give you a little bit more longevity and a little bit more sound. Today we're going to talk about three different systems. One of those is the MBRP Installer Series system. That's going to be a little bit more of a basic catback system, and it's also going to be a little bit less expensive than some of the other options. Then we're going to step up to the Flowmaster Force 2, and that's going to be a stainless system, of course higher grade material, going to last a little longer and be a little bit pricier. And finally we're going to talk about the Magnaflow Pro Series catback system. That's going to be the one that is most different from a factory catback system and is going to give you the most sound because it's also the shortest system. That's going to be a little bit more off-road ready. So let's jump into those options. So the first system is this MBRP Installer Series catback exhaust system. This is going to be the system that is very similar to a factory system in the way that it's laid out. It is of course going to give you some additional volume and a lower exhaust note, as all of these systems will, but it's not going to delete a lot of piping or do anything like that. So you are going to get the three main pieces that you'll get with most catback exhaust systems. You're going to get your muffler that will feed right into your over axle pipe, and finally your tip. Now this is going to be a mild steel system, so if you're somebody who's not looking for a system that's going to last them a very, very long time, or maybe you're in a dry climate, an area where they don't use a lot of salt on the roads, this is going to be just fine for you. But if you do have a little bit more to invest and you want a system that's going to hold up a little bit better on those salty roads or in areas where you get a lot of rain, then a stainless system is probably going to be a good choice. This is one of those stainless systems that's going to hold up a little bit better than a mild steel system. This is the Flowmaster Force 2 catback, again in stainless steel. So this system obviously has one less piece than the MBRP system we just talked about. The tip for this system is welded directly onto the over axle pipe. That's not better, worse, it's really just a different design, not really going to be a big decision maker for most of you. This system does have a muffler just like the other one does. This isn't quite as much of a bullet style, it's more of a factory shaped muffler, and again, that's not really going to drastically change whether you purchase this system over another one. This is still going to give you some really great sound, a little bit of a lower exhaust note, and some additional volume, which I know is what a lot of you guys are looking for when you're buying a catback. Other than that, this is still going to be a very similar system to a factory system as far as the way it's laid out. You have the muffler coming off of the pipe from the Jeep, you have the over axle pipe into the tip. The next system we're going to talk about is going to be a little bit of a different layout. This last system is the Magnaflow Pro Series catback, and as you can tell right off the bat, this is a very different design than the factory system. This eliminates the entire tailpipe, and that's going to be a good thing for those of you that are doing some off-roading. Maybe you have a very modified suspension system and it's just not easy to snake that tailpipe between everything without something banging off of it at some point in the suspension travel. This system also being so much shorter and not having a tailpipe is going to give you a little bit more of a raw sound, a little bit more volume, and just something that is a little bit more aggressive. So if you're looking for that sound, or if you want the benefit of not having the tailpipe, this is going to be a great choice for you. Now, Magnaflow is known for making a very high quality system, and this is no different. You can tell when you look at the welds on this system, the material, this is also going to be stainless, and just the overall fit and finish, this is a higher quality piece. However, you are going to pay for that. This is going to be a little bit pricier than some of the other choices out there. But if you are looking for something very high quality, and again, something that's going to leave less pipe in the back of your Jeep to get twisted up on the trail, this is going to be a nice choice. So those are my top picks for Catback exhaust systems fitting your 1997 to 2006 TJ. Today we talked about the MBRP Installer Series exhaust system, the Flowmaster Force 2, and finally the Magnaflow Pro Series. Again, just my choices. There are a lot of different choices out there. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can check out detailed videos on all of these systems, as well as all the other options that we offer.